Today, we'll take a look at the situations in which employees lost their job as a result of their bosses going undercover on the long-running classic show Undercover Boss USA. The show has featured a number of high-level executives from well-known companies who have gone undercover in their own companies to investigate how the companies operate. Number 1. First up, employee Ronnie hates customers. The CEO of Boston Market sends in Sarah Bittorf, the chief brand officer at the company, to assess his employees. He specifically assigns her to ensure that if there is anything that needs to be fixed, she does that immediately. Sarah clearly understands the significance of her assignment and does not want to fail her boss.
Hi, Sarah. Have a seat. I've spent so much time in the field. They're going to recognize me right away. You have a great advantage. They're not going to know who you are, and you're going to get down to the issues working alongside of them.
The CEO is putting a lot of faith in me for this assignment, and I have to get it right. My husband's going to freak out when he sees this. Customer interaction happens. I can influence the customers as well. A diner waitress who hopes to open her own restaurant.
Undercover boss Sarah meets Ronnie, who shows her around. Initially managing to charm Sarah with his jokes and banter, he soon takes an offensive turn. While showing Sarah the way they do things, he constantly mentions hating his job and hating the standard that the company has set for them.
Because our hourly shift supervisors are in a leadership role, they set the tone for all of the employees in the restaurant. So we want them to be energetic, positive attitude, and we want them to be really focused on delivering warm and friendly service.
I'm Ronnie.
Hi, Rachel. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. You excited?
Yeah, a little nervous.
You have a great teacher.
Oh, good.
Standard procedure is to greet the customer as they walk in and say, hello, welcome to Boston Market, you know, blah, 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 whatever. I'm like the Kim Kardashian of Boston Market.
My first impression of Ronnie is his jokes are on the inappropriate. He's really kind of fun.
It shouldn't be a question because that is what corporate has told us to do. It has to look like that at all times. Otherwise, we get in trouble with ridiculous standards.
Ronnie kept referencing, this is the way we do it because corporate tells us to. That concerns me a little.
And if that wasn't enough damage to his image, Ronnie goes on to express how much he hates children and elderly customers. While packing some of the food, Sarah points out that one of the items is very greasy, to which Ronnie says, they're customers. They're not anything special, leaving Sarah appalled.
Children and old people are literally the worst I've ever seen in my entire life because none of them know what they want and they're like literally can't talk. You just kind of have to deal with it.
Our guests are our bread and butter. They pay our checks. They pay his paycheck.
So she's going to be here dealing with her children and we just have to wait. I don't know how hard it is to read a menu, but you know.
Families include kids and they include older people. How come you got a job at Boston Market? Oh, that one's kind of greasy.
They're customers. They're not anything special. Customers are such like little bitches and like all the time it's all about like pleasing the customer. Like,
yeah, well, that's the business that we're in, right?
Yeah.
Sarah is furious with the way Ronnie feels about Boston Market's customers. She feels she needs to take immediate action. After calling Ronnie outside for a minute, Sarah reintroduces herself as the chief brand officer at Boston Market. She goes on to explain to Ronnie how one of the values of Boston Market is love to serve. And Ronnie clearly does not fall into that category. She sends Ronnie home for the day, who feels that this action has not been taken justly. Honestly, good work, Sarah.
I can't have someone who just told me that they hate customers more than anything in the world. The complete antithesis of what we stand for. I can't stand by and let this happen for 1 minute longer. Ronnie, can I talk to you outside?
Yes, sure.
So, Ronnie, I wanted to reintroduce myself to you. I'm not actually Rachel.
Who are you?
My name is Sarah Bittorf. I'm the chief brand officer of Boston Market.
No.
And you're on Undercover Boss. I did get you. Got you saying a bunch of things about our customers.
I did.
I'm angry and I'm heartbroken and I'm disappointed. One of our values is love to serve. And you don't seem like you love to serve. Without the guests in there, we don't have a business and you don't have a paycheck, and neither do I. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna send you home for the day. I wanna think about whether this is really the right job choice for you.
That's it? That's all? I don't know. I didn't think it was that terrible. It's not wrong of me to hate people. I'm not trying to justify like how mean I was to a customer. Like, they don't know I'm saying it, so it's not really that big a deal.
Number 2. Up next, front desk associate Jacqueline needs an attitude fixing. Founder of Retro Fitness, Eric Casaburi, tackles some very heavy lifting of his own as an undercover boss. He meets the front desk associate at the branch, Jacqueline, who initially makes it to the good side of Eric until, of course, she opens her mouth.
I want to go undercover because we're at a critical point in Retro Fitness. Today we're in Fair Lawn, New Jersey, Retro Fitness, where we'll be working at the front desk. It would be my expectation that whoever's working is up for the task. The front desk position is really important. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. You got your...
I do, yes.
Oh, there we go.
Ready.
When it comes to a lot of stuff to know,
Okay.
but it's not hard. Like me, I'm just a front desk. So I just kind of sit here, say my heys, how are you, walk around, do that. No, but most of the time I'm kind of just like this. Someone walks in, hey, how you doing?
Use that while you work. If someone may have a question, maybe they might not approach you because they think you're busy.
That's actually never happened to me. People love to interrupt here. People love to be obnoxious. I'm not a slave. I don't work for you. People, I just want to punch them in the face sometimes.
Oh, nice girl and nice smile. Think, hey, all is right in the world. And then she opens her mouth and it's like, you know, the bats from hell start flying out.
Jacqueline's tongue is as sharp as a knife, and she chooses to stab while she teaches Eric how she does things. She shows him how to make smoothies her way instead of what the recipes tell them to do. And then she continues to dump all of the leftover smoothies down the drain. Eric, who objects and is dealt with by Jacqueline in the same manner and called condescending.
Do you want to do smoothies?
Yeah, I think it's great.
They're really important. It's super explanatory. Like, you would be literally brain dead if you can't get it. So if you look at that and can't understand it, then you should probably turn around and not do this. Go here. This is our peanut butter and chocolate. We're not supposed to put more than what it says on the menu.
And it says on the menu, 1 pump.
I always put 2.5. It tastes better, honestly.
The juice bar is on average 15% of the annual revenue inside of the gym. One area of the gym that I really care about. At some point, I realized that maybe we should have renamed it Jacqueline's Juice Bar.
Do you want to show me how to make a shake?
Dirty peanut.
You said a dirty peanut, right? Okay.
Oh, you're going to do it the way I told you.
The way you told me. Okay, so we want 2 of these from you, right?
That's not a full
1
pump.
and a
Come
half.
on.
Picking up the pace. Here we
Yeah.
go.
That's enough ice.
Okay. I would normally hit the code.
Telling you the way people like it.
Okay.
But if you don't want to listen to
I
it
would
for me.
love to listen to you. I just...
Eric leaves work immediately and calls the franchise manager, Bob, to discuss this further. Later, Jacqueline is called in, and Eric confronts her about her behavior behind the desk. Bob is also called in, and he tells a teary-eyed Jacqueline that it's best if they part ways.
Hi, Jackie.
Hi,
Think you
Bob.
know who this is?
Yes, I know who it is.
Hi, Eric.
Bob, I called you in because you're my franchisee and Jacqueline's direct boss. What I witnessed there was nothing shy of scary. In fact, I left the job early. I had to get the hell out of there. I said, I gotta call Bob. I can't believe there's someone on this staff that's doing this at this club.
You're aware of what he told me, right?
No, yeah, I know everything, but like, you know me, Bob. And do you ever see that?
You did it in front of the CEO. Drive 72 miles to get to that club every day.
Seriously, no, this needs to be like talked about how like the CEO of the company right in front of my face staring at me.
I would never have an employee like that behind my counter. You know that. You have to part ways. There's nothing else I could do.
Thank you, Jacqueline.
Number 3. Next, the undercover boss catches Aaron in illegal activities. Jane Grodable, chairman of Donato's Pizza, works undercover at her company, where she meets the delivery driver Aaron, with whom she sees incredible potential. She initially describes him as the perfect driver, but a few deliveries in, his true colors begin to show.
So we're just gonna go ahead and grab the ticket, take the bag up here, and then we're just out the door.
Okay.
And when we get up there, we gotta grab the pizza.
Okay.
All right, so come up and watch what I do.
You're a run, huh?
Get it up the step. You want to address the customer by their name. Hey, what's up, Mark? How you doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm pretty good. You can just go ahead and double check that.
Looks good.
All right, awesome. All right, thank you.
The change.
Thank you. Appreciate it, Mark. All right, you have a good one. Thanks.
I love that Aaron had a really great customer service balance with speed. We get your total as 15.18.
Perfect. Keep the change.
All right, now run. Come on.
I can't. I have to go this way.
Come on, quicker. All right, boom. We're at 1 minute and 8 seconds.
That was good, right?
That was epic. That was that was really good.
Aaron's perfect picture of what a delivery driver is. He is fast, he's nonstop, the perfect delivery driver.
Aaron confesses that sometimes when he has a few extra minutes on hand, he tends to join some of the customers who invite him over to smoke pot and then continues driving and making deliveries, an occurrence that enrages Jane immensely.
I have a really good time doing it. A lot of people smoke pot and they will like invite me to come in for a little bit.
You do not. I can't think of another time I've been this disappointed. It feels like betrayal. Then you get back in your car and you drive.
Well, it's not like I sit there and smoke for like 20 minutes.
Not only is it just not safe, it's illegal.
Jane confronts Aaron regarding his behavior and made it clear that she would have to let him go. Because he's an exceptional worker, if he takes a drug test in the next 30 days, there's a possibility that he could be rehired. Aaron agrees to the condition and promises to prove to Jane that he really appreciates the second chance.
When you told me you smoked pot on the job, I've never been so angry in my life. But you know I have to let you go as a delivery driver.
Really?
But I want to make a deal with you because I do like you. You do a lot of the right things.
Yeah.
You are. You're fast on your feet. I'm going to give you a second chance. If you can take a drug test in 30 days,
Okay.
come back and work in the kitchen.
Wow. I really appreciate that. All right, great.
Finally, the undercover boss has to put a manager back in line. When Kobe Brooks, president and CEO of Hooters, goes undercover in his own company, he finds himself struggling to keep up in a fast-paced kitchen and is later forced to take immediate action when a restaurant manager steps out of line.
The last time I worked in a kitchen other than one in my house, 20 years ago, so it's been a long time. I'm looking for Dave.
Dave, we're running a little behind right now. Our rush is starting to start. And head on back this way. So, Chop Chop was right in the middle of our rush.
All right.
You see that big stack of mugs right there?
I do.
Put them in the freezer. Let me grab one of the girls, give them to help you out.
I got it.
There we go. Take the little strings tied onto you and just drag them along with you, all right?
All right.
Just follow Freddie on this side over here. Yeah, just chunk it in. The faster we get inside. They let you work this slow during construction? We calling her a little bit. Start throwing some frozen mugs.
That's it.
Trash don't get out by itself, guys. Because right now you're creating a traffic.
Yeah, I got it. I'm exhausted already. Since I've done any restaurant jobs, and it's tough.
Restaurant manager Jimbo is caught by the undercover boss mistreating and stereotyping his staff by making them participate in ridiculous and humiliating competitions for his own entertainment.
I'm going to be assistant general manager inside the store. GM in the store he's the coach. He's got all of his players underneath him. He's got to make sure the entire team works good together. How he talks to his staff, what kind of coaching job he's doing. Hi, Scotty, how are you?
The first thing we're going to do is uniform lineup, all right? Form this line, form a perfect line.
It looks style to me.
Okay, makeup, is it on?
Yes.
All right, Bethany, have a seat. Compliment her on her lack of nails. There's some have a seat.
When I first came in this morning, Jimbo made it very clear that, we are about the Hooters girl. He was very clear on what the brand's about. I don't think he's clear on how the brand should be treated.
Shove their faces down.
Do they seem to like those kind of things?
Hey, no rules. Girls are spoiled, man. But they're all prima donnas.
If you want to play some games, there's other games you can play.
Are you serious?
Go! Oh, get some of that. Oh, look. Brianna, how are they, baby? Oh, they look tasty.
It's hard for me on this one to bite my tongue. If I could break cover, I would sit down and have a very long, serious talk with Jimbo. The things I saw today were inappropriate. I don't want any part of it.
Later, he is called in by the CEO and reminded of how unacceptable his behavior is. Gladly, instead of pointlessly arguing like the employee in the undercover boss incident before him, he admits his mistake.
The way that you interact with the girls, quite frankly, is inappropriate. You're no better than they are. You said, don't forget, all these girls are prima donnas. Just stereotyping your whole cast of girls. There's lines you don't cross. Apology to your staff is necessary in this situation. You do that for me when you go back?
And I took a step back and, okay, I get it. I get what he says, and yeah, I'll make it happen.